decision here, we'll see. Arm circles are always good to start off with. Great. Hopefully, anyway. Keep those shoulder blades nice and pinned back. Little arm circles to start with, then we'll get a little bit bigger. Yeah, bigger, bigger. It's good to get the blood flowing again in the middle of the day. All right, switch directions. Start big, and then we'll start making them a little bit smaller. Where we just started moving. All right. Let's get feet nice and wide. And let's do a couple of just giant big circles. Get everything moving. We're not going to get too crazy right now. Just a little more than normal range of motion. Oh yeah, nice big circles. All right, now put your hands together and we're going to go around the world. So really just kind of squat down, gets the hips moving. And other direction. All right. Hopefully everything will be moving nicely by the time we're done. And come back facing forward. And let's just rotate at the hips a little bit. So I'll still plan on doing interval training at 3:30 if anybody wants to join for that. All right. Now, you haven't had any backward lunges in days, so guess what? I'm grabbing this just for balance. Let's go ahead and get some backward lunges. And we'll come right to a knee hug. Step back, squeeze that glute. Bring it up. All right, let's try to get 10 on each side. Oh, does that feel good? Okay, 3 more. Suddenly that feels like work. All right, staying on this side, we're going to go right into hip hinge. Okay, so just bending at your hip, trying to keep the back leg straight with your body, reaching that arm out to the side. Get everything moving. Skip 5 more. Last one. All right, and let's switch sides, starting with the backward lunge. Get my mat out of the way there. Whoops, I went the wrong way. Whoops. Make sure you switch legs. Squeeze that glute of the leg that's going down. Make sure you're reaching up towards the ceiling. Now let's get 5 more like that. And really squeeze, step back as far as you can. And last one. And right into the hip hinge. I actually like to call these bobbing birds. Trying to keep that back leg straight with your body. You don't want to let it hang down, but really keep it straight. Reaching that arm out to the side at the same time. Two more. Last one here. All right, and I'm gonna actually go into one more back lunge, but this time what I'm gonna do is put my forearm, opposite forearm, on the front knee and just rotate to the side. And that is just to get those hip rotator muscles. And I'm gonna switch. Forearm to the outside, pushing, getting those hip rotator muscles right there on the side. All right. And then from a standing position, we go ahead and do some swimmers. So starting in that wide position, up to the side and back. Okay, in a nice squatted down position. Really get those shoulder blades moving. To keep the shoulder blades pinned back as much as possible. All right, let's do two more and then we're gonna squat it down a little bit. All right, feet a little wider. Keep that wide position. Let's sink down into it. Keeping those shoulder blades back. Thumbs towards the ceiling. And we're gonna circle. That is the most challenging one, but boy, does it open things up. The circles don't have to be big. I think of like little kids running around with sparklers. All right, now, forearms between your knees. You're resisting out against your knees with your forearms. And let's go to one side. Reach up towards the ceiling. Still actively pushing on the inside of that knee. And come on down, switch sides. Pushing on the other knee. All right. Forearms back in, pushing out against both knees. Stand it up and roll it up. Oh, that feels a little looser. All right, we're gonna go right back into a squat though. Let's put your hands behind your ears and your shoulders, your elbows are gonna be behind your shoulders if at all possible. And we're doing just lateral walks, keeping those shoulder blades pinned back. The elbows almost behind your shoulders if you can. Shoulder blades nice and squeezed. Should be really feeling some of those upper back muscles working a little. Good, we're just gonna stay low. Okay, one more time this way. And back here. Nice. Now staying in that squatted position, I'm just gonna do a toe tap back. Kind of looks like our backward lunge, but not really. That front leg is just gonna stay in a slightly squatted position. Let's do three more. All right, and other side. So again, this leg stays in a slightly squatted position. You're just lightly tapping your toe back, really reaching and elongating the side of your body. Anything I can do to make my body longer, I'm all about it. Okay, three more like that. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and face forward. If you have a towel or something you can grab it. If not a big deal. I just thought we would do some of the lateral lunges with something to hold on to, because you're gonna get a slightly better extension up over your head. So if you have something to hold on to, great. If not, no worries. So remember, toes facing forward. And as you lean sideways, keep your knee over your ankle and really sit back, almost like you're going to sit right on a chair. And if you are holding a towel, just really let it pull. You'll really kind of feel the difference, I think. Good, let's do 3 more to each side. Really reach and pull. All right, 1 more to each side. All right, now bring it up tall, bring that towel if you have one over your head, and we're just gonna do a little side bend, side to side, kind of pull on one end of it. Good, and other direction. That feel good. 1 more time each side. Just gives you a little extra pull. Good, now bring it out in front, and we're just gonna rotate a couple times. Awesome. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and bring the towel behind me and use it again to stretch the neck. So I'm gonna pull to one side and just tilt my head in that same direction. Just gives you a little something else to hold on to. If you don't have it, just grab your arm. Let's go other way. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and let's set the towel down. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to make all that noise. All right, let's go ahead and hit the floor. And we're gonna start off. Actually, let's start off on hands and knees. Opposite arm and leg reach. And come to the side and back in. Opposites. Reach. Back in. Out. Side. Awesome. Really squeeze those glutes when you reach back. Let's do 2 more on each side. All right. Awesome. Now let's come on up into the tall plank position. Okay, and first, I do want to do again, alternating leg lift. Really hold nice and steady. Keep your shoulders over your hands. Use those glute muscles. You should be feeling your tummy doing something as well. Okay, 2 more on each side. Good, now, holding right here. And if this bothers your wrists, do that. You can do that, put your fists down instead, so that your wrists stay in a nice alignment over your hands. Either way, so you can do it that way or this way. You're gonna let your shoulder blades sink down together and then round them up. Let them sink down in, round them up. Try not to shrug. We don't want your shoulders going closer to your ears. Just letting the shoulder blades squeeze together and then rounding them out. Let's do 3 more like that. And 1 more. All right. Now bring one leg up. And then from that position, I'm going to bring my opposite hand toward the front foot. Again, reach up and rotate, opening up those shoulder muscles again. And then I'm going to switch hands and rotate the other direction. And come on back down to center. And switch sides. If you need to help that leg get up there, I know I always do. That's okay. So first rotate towards the front leg. Eyes to your hands. And then come on down, reaching up the other direction. All right. Now let's come back to that center plank. We're gonna go to one side. Stagger your feet, hand up. Okay, from there, rotation. If you need to go down to your elbow, go ahead and do that. Whatever feels best for you. You can stay up tall, great. Elbow is awesome as well. You can also go on your knees if you need to. Okay, let's get two more. Good, and switch to the other side. I'm gonna jump my hand there. Whatever feels most comfortable for your hands. Two more. All right, back here. Now the good stuff. Bring one leg up. And you're gonna go ahead and just sink yourself down right on it. Reaching your hands forward. Walking your fingers on the floor. Ooh, you should feel a good stretch in the hip rotator on that leg that's underneath you, hopefully. And again, keep kind of reaching on the floor. You'll feel a good pull in your back. Hopefully. All right, and come on back up. And another side. Again, sink down as much or as little as you're comfortable. Grip in that floor with your fingertips. Good stretch, hopefully in the side of those hip rotators. All right. And come back up into that tall plank position. Just for a second, just gonna rock a little bit forward and back. Awesome. And now let's bring it to, you're gonna hover. Okay, so I'm on my toes, hovering with my knees off the floor. And we're gonna go backwards. You didn't know you were doing bear crawls today, did you? Keep the knees off the floor. Go a little forward and a little bit backward. Great movement patterns. All right, bring it right back here. Go ahead and come back down on your hands and knees again. And let's put one hand behind your ear. And let's go ahead and really get a few upper trunk rotations. Trying to get that elbow to go to the ceiling. Let's get four more on this side. Last one. And switch to the other side. Really just trying to get that elbow to go towards the ceiling. Feel that rotation just in your upper back. Three more. All right, let's come on back up here. That tall plank again. And one more time, let's hover. Okay, and I'm gonna go backwards. It's a really good movement pattern. Go forward one more time. Nice. All right, now let's walk your hands towards your feet. And then when you can't go any farther, walk your hands back up. Woo. Slowly stand up. Oh, all right, let's shake it out this way a little bit. And then I'm actually gonna go ahead and get on my back. And we're gonna do some glute bridges and a little bit more core activation. Awesome. All right, everybody. Now going this way. So let's actually start off with, you're gonna put your hands together, lift your butt off the ground, squeezing your glutes to lift your hips, pushing through your heels. Okay, and from here, you're gonna just reach up a little bit over your head. And then we're gonna alternate and pick up one foot at a time. Pushing through those heels. You should feel your glutes when you do that. If you're feeling the front of your thighs, that means you're pulling up with your thighs instead of pushing with your butt. So I want you to think about pushing up with those glute muscles. Yeah, let's do 2 more on each side. Awesome. Good, and then hold right here. Put your hands out to the side. You're gonna push down into the floor. Keep squeezing your butt. Squeeze your shoulders together. Push the floor, keep pushing. Keep pushing. And then relax your shoulders. Let your arms come all the way up over your head. Keep your butt in the air, but you can relax your shoulders and your arms. Awesome. All right, let's bring your butt down. And you're gonna bring your knees up. Okay, knees just facing, the shins facing the ceiling. Take your head, I want you to cradle your neck, okay? Try to keep your elbows on the floor, but slightly lift your head off the floor. And we're just gonna alternate and extend one leg at a time. Should feel your trunk activating. You shouldn't feel any strain in your neck. Your fingers should be holding your head. You just gently extend. Nice, let's do 3 more on each side. And 3. All right, grab behind your thighs. Go ahead and roll up. Feet straight out in front of you. We're gonna bring your arms back into that Y position, thumbs going towards the wall behind you. Slightly lean back so you feel your tummy engage. Bring your arms out to the side and then hinge forward, pulling on those shoulder blades, try to separate them, thumbs towards the ceiling. Let's do 3 more of those. So we're gonna lean just a little bit. Hands in that Y position. Bring them out into the T. And hinge it forward. Thumbs towards the ceiling. Pull those shoulder blades apart. 2 more. Slightly lean in that Y. Hold for a second. Out. Forward. 1 more. Arms are back, so they're by your ears. Out to the side. And forward. Nice big hinge there. Whew. Awesome. Okay, we are almost done. I'm gonna come right up off the floor. I'm actually gonna use the chair just for a second, just because I wanna get a little more stretch on your chest. So I'm gonna come on the side of the chair, bring one arm behind me on the chair. Hands should be totally relaxed, but I'm getting a stretch in that pec and the chest right across here. It tends to get real tight. And then of course, getting a little more hip flexor stretch on the side at the same time. This arm can just come out to the side, really focusing right there. All right, go ahead and switch sides. And one arm back here, the hand should be relaxed. You can bring this arm out to the side or wherever you're comfortable. Awesome. And then last, just again, bringing my hands behind me. Without the towel this time, I'm just gonna kind of grip them, opening up the chest again. And then just slightly going side to side with your neck to your comfort level. Just getting those areas on the side of your neck that might be so tight. I know I said last, wait, one more. This one. And then that's probably gonna do it for today. Not really though. Don't forget, if you want 3:30, we'll do a little high intensity interval training, although I'm sweating just from that. That was good. I feel a lot more loose. I hope you feel a lot more loose as well. Thank you, everybody. Do you have any